I can't be a pessimist because I'm alive. To be a pessimist means that you have agreed that human life is an academic matter. So I'm forced to be an optimist. I'm forced to believe that we can survive whatever we must survive. But the Negro in this country, the future of the Negro in this country is precisely as bright or as dark as the future of the country. It is entirely up to the American people and our representatives. It is entirely up to the American people whether or not they're going to face and deal with and embrace this stranger whom they maligned so long. What white people have to do is try to find out in their own hearts why it was necessary to have a nigger in the first place. Because I'm not a nigger, I'm a man.
They don't want us to use black power. I got news for them.
That was the civil rights movement.
Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest for rights.
That was the Nation of Islam and their movement.
Our people have been the constant victims of brutality on the part of America's racists, and the government has found itself either unwilling or unable to do anything about it.
Who do you protect? Who do you serve?
But you gotta remember, right before George Floyd, there was Ahmaud Arbery, who was just jogging in his neighborhood, and he got shot by two wannabe cops. Then Breonna Taylor, laying in her bed, 1 a.m. in the morning, police just walk in and just start blasting. People just fed up.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
In the wake of George Floyd's death, obviously I was distraught, but literally 2 days later, Black trans man named Riley Day was murdered by Cal Hampton. All of these things happen, and rarely anyone outside of our community bats an eye or pays any attention. And that's the problem.
Trans lives matter!
Black trans lives matter!
Black trans lives matter!
But if you think I'm a nigger, it means you need it. The question you gotta ask yourself, the white population of this country's gotta ask itself, North and South, because it's one country, and for a Negro, there's no difference in the North and the South. There's just, a difference in the way they castrate you. But the fact of the castration is the American fact. If I'm not the nigger here, and you invented him, you, the white people, invented him, then you gotta find out why.
Utilizing the sidewalk.
To beat up on protesters because buildings were burning and not understanding the condition in which they found themselves was morally hypocritical to me. If a policeman can come to your city and literally take your life without moral compunction, or it appears too often legal redress. If you don't own your own body, what are you concerned about a building for? You don't own a neighborhood, you don't own buildings, you don't own anything if you can't own yourself. And that was a fundamental truth that was driven home by the death of Mr. Floyd, and those people responded in measures of anger, grief, and hurt that were appropriate to their situations.